Hey. Ha! Over here at the ridge.
What?
Hey, your studio's looking pretty fancy.
It's
Fancy dancy.
we put sparkly tape on it to make it look better than it does.
That's all purty.
Yeah. We're making progress, so
Nice.
but that's why he's here, because well, we're at a point we need help to make more progress.
Yeah, well, let's get some stuff milled, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
Get
Gonna
at it.
grab a couple things out of the studio. Not going in there long because it's like a hot oven.
They put the heat in there now and it works good. Mr. Heater. You got what we could out of it.
That's 10 boards. I mean, we were trying to finagle the last bit.
10 inches on each side.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna work. But these are 9-inch wide.
See, what I always heard, 8 to 10 inches is plenty.
Princess Sophia.
Little big.
Well, you know, some people are just needy. They need more. No matter, you know, give them 12. They're like, how about 14?
Yeah.
Like, you can't make them all happy. So, I'm happy with that.
Are you gonna use those?
So this is all gonna go. That's our backdrop for our lives in the studio. Leon's been a story on the homestead since we got here. He had a heck of a lean, and in order for us to put the studio up, well, he had to come down. So our idea with it was there was just enough. This was the longer section. I don't even know how long this one is. Probably at least 10-12 footers.
Yeah.
And then there's a smaller, probably 8-foot section here that we're gonna try to mill up and see what we can get out of it. Maybe he's only gonna be the upper half of the wall. Well,
who knows? It's beautiful wood though. It's got lots of nice grain.
Yeah, so very, very happy with it. We'll see what Mama says.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Inauguration Day. Jess and I are doing the Louder with Crowder drinking game-ish, low-key. Probably not all the way to what they're doing. So if you've never watched Louder with Crowder, it's a bunch of comedians who know their political stuff, and it's hilarious how they do this. So, highly recommend them on Rumble, uncensored. Are you ready? All right, first drink. What is this? Oh, wine. What time is it?
10:46.
10:40. I don't know that I've ever had wine that early, but oh yeah, there's a clock behind us. All right, so we're excited to see this all go down.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, honey. Hey everybody, we are at our co-op today where a lot of us who have homesteads and farmsteads sell our stuff, and it's called Mountain Homemade. So they're expanding. This is the original building here where, you know, meat, eggs, crafts, oils, botanicals, blah, 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 freeze-dried food, produce, everything. And so we're going to be moving this over to the other building and punching a hole in the wall And then there's going to be the connection in the front and the back of this building. So we're just out here moving everything over where the products are going to be in the other building. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. Then the commercial kitchen is back there. So this is a neat resource for the area, and we really support it. So works good. All right, so here's the expansion area. So this is where most of the products are going to be on this side, and then there's cool new stuff that's going to be happening on the other side. We'll leave that for another video. But so right now we're just Shane's taking care of putting in some more electrical. Jess and Link and we're all just moving in Sally's stuff.
Well, Jess and Link are moving.
Yeah, see, I'm taking video, so now it's like I'm not helping. So, but huge space increase, and that is definitely needed. So it's gonna be cool. So lots of the vendors have come to help now, and lots of hands make short work. So we are taking very little time to get this thing set up. It's gonna be cool when it's done. So I came in from working in the field, and my lovely bride, she made elderberry syrup. I came walking in, I'm like, what is that smell? It smells like very different. It's a very different smell. So we're gonna try. Yeah, it smells like elderberries, I guess. So I'm gonna try some. It's a little warm.
How do I give it to you?
I don't know. Let me just take a swig. We're sanitary.
It's warm.
Oh, that's good. That is good. Like, I could eat that over some.
Okay. It's supposed to help you feel better.
Oh,
It's not.
but it tastes like candy. It's awesome. Sweet. Another task. Another thing learned. Good job.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, good job.
Good job.
You.
Hey, all right. So we had some issues. Lost a bird last night. I think we had a hawk come in. I made their area way too big, and there's too much open sky, and it's super easy for a big bird to come in and just grab a chicken. So we're gonna go ahead and bundle up the fence for the ones we were borrowing from the neighbor, and we are going to go ahead and just use our white fence, bring it down, and move the chicken coop all at the same time. So we currently have 5 laying hens. We have 5 hens. We had 6. Only 5 are laying. After the vicious murder, we still have 5 eggs. That tells me that the hawk took out the bird that wasn't laying anyway. I don't know if she ever laid, to be honest with you. One never laid. At least it seemed that way. You know, their schedules are always all over the place, but we check morning and night. So, Rooster, stop it. Hey. Don't peck at the cord. You'll get a zap. Don't need a rooster down too. Okay, so we're gonna just lay them out in the field here. This is good enough. So Jess is gonna drive backwards while I lay it out. Okay, so we got the coop set up in a new position here. We got the fields got the chickens out of the fields, so now we can start prepping the fields and getting the rows ready for planting. It's a little early yet. We learned the hard way last time too. Arkansas has 2 springs and 2 winters, and I got burned last time by planting too early, and the locals here were like, yeah, maybe, but nope, hard freeze came a second time. So gave the fence back to the neighbor, and I noticed a huge brush fire. So way on the other side of the hill here, you can kind of see the smoke. Neighbor was burning brush, and there was too much fuel on the ground, and the wind just took it. Fire department's over there now, but light wind. Thankfully, it happened at the end of the day. We don't have a lot of fuel on the ground here, but people trying to burn, you know, there's a lot of, this is a kind of a dangerous time in most areas when you're coming into spring and coming out of winter. There's a lot of fuel, but it's a fast fuel. The ground is still pretty wet, and the trees and such are wet, and there's no leaves on them, so all that can burn is the ground. But as you can see, we have we keep our grass real short. So do both sides of the neighbors. Even the pasture in the back, the 300 acres, the field gets cut for winter. So we, you know, keeps rodents down, keeps fire danger down, and helps the regrowth in the spring. So, but it was, you know, you start to see flames coming over the tops of the trees, and you're like, I better go check that out. And then, yeah, then we saw the fire department come, so not real worried about it. Good morning. We're gonna go ahead and till up the field. We have a little bit of time here where it's just dry enough where we can finish burning our little burn pile and put the tiller on and start working under some of the radish and parsnip and the things from our chaos garden that are ready to be tilled in. You can smell it, it's time, it's rotten. So we're gonna pull that in. I took the 3-point hitch off the tractor, and we're gonna hook up the tiller and make some magic. Okay. All right, listening to Pastor T. At this time, it's Brother T. We're still in Genesis. So, yeah, getting some pretty good progress here. It's a little wet, but we're making it happen. Listen to Scripture, tilling under the land, getting it ready to be fruitful once more. So, I got to take a break. It's been a bit since I've been on the tractor, and we need to change a battery on your camera. Just want to give a big shout out to Lamb Pride, the RTA 1250. This thing is a beast. It has taken a lot of abuse. And the little New Holland 25 horse is also doing very, very well. The 25 Workmaster 25S. Doing the work. Love it. All right, took a little lunch break. Now we're gonna get back out here and finish this field. Okay, we got a lot tilled up today. The fields are getting pretty close. They're like jonesing for some seeds. They really want to be planted, it looks like. And it gets really exciting, you know, like, oh, I should be planting. No, not yet. You should be seeding. You should be getting stuff in the barn seeded up. But yeah, we got some. Here's where we had the Garden of Eden, where we did the back to Eden method with the chips. And you can see the chips starting to really turn into a blacker soil now. Not quite ready to host anything, but we do have the lines ready for replanting in this elevated soil that is very heavy in wood chip. And we haven't really touched on the raised beds yet. I really would like to consider the idea of selling the boat and the ATV.
No, please, no. No, no.
And basically just building a 20 or 30 by 100 greenhouse and just nailing this sucker with these raised beds and just going to town with growing stuff. But that's a big decision, and it's going to take some consultation. But we do have most of the other parts of the fields tilled up now. So the parsnips, all the stuff that was in the chaos garden and the radishes, and I tilled under the old onions. I did till the potatoes. Probably shouldn't have done that because those potatoes were still good. They held all winter long. I could have just stored them in the field. The problem with that is when you have some nice days, some of them start to grow again, and then some of them mush out. So you'll have some loss, but it was good to see that you can still do that. So here in Arkansas, that's in zone 7A, that's possible. So yeah, thanks for joining us on our adventure. We're going to get ready to do some seeds. Tell me what you're going to be planting this year in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, join us on oldwayon.com. Make a free profile in our forums, sign up for our newsletter, do the things, yo. We'll see you in the next video.